the stairs with the dog.
Okay.
Hey, did everybody hear that? I just ran up the stairs with the dog, and I'm winded because I'm.
Yeah.
Hey, it's episode 66 of Slurp the podcast. Double sixes, 2/3 of the beast. I don't know.
There we go.
How are you, sir?
Oh, doing okay. Doing okay.
Taking some days off, you said.
Yes. 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 Taking quite a few.
Oh
Take
yeah,
Wednesday through next Wednesday.
good for you.
Of course, we are going to Minnesota in there. So,
Okay. Um, are you serving time? Why are you going to Minnesota? How'd
oh
your
no,
neck get
we
there?
we we like it up there.
Okay. All right. What part of Minnesota? Like I would know. If you told me anything
Uh,
that sounded vaguely Scandinavian or Native American, I'd buy it. So
so going to what they call the North Shore area,
okay.
which is hey, there we go. North Shore, which is Duluth and actually north of Duluth. It's on the lake north. It's the North Shore of Lake Superior. This time of year, it's cold and miserable, and you get big storms pushing water up against the cliffs and such. And so, gonna go up there and
Be cold.
yeah, pretty much. And it's way up there, so there is like nothing going on, which is nice. Um,
I could get behind that.
yeah,
Yeah, I should take a couple days off. We've been talking about going to. We need to go down to Costa Rica to see Laura's stepdad. So
are you
tragic.
still down there?
Yeah, he's still
I
there.
thought he would have come back by now.
Oh no.
He's in it for the long haul, huh?
He's a lifer now at this point. Yeah. Yeah. So, yep. So tragically, we have to make a trip to the rainforest here before too long. Have I ever shown you pictures of that place?
Of the actual
Yeah.
no.
Oh, I'll have to show you. I'll send you some pictures. It's it's impressive. It's right on the it's over this rainforest valley. There's like a
Okay.
waterfall down below the house. They have an infinity pool that like butts up against the drop off for the rainforest
Okay.
valley. It's pretty cool. Um, yeah, if you're gonna live in the jungle, that's the way to do it. I think.
Run to the jungle.
How's my audio, by the way? I'm using my
No, it's
AirPods.
really good.
Okay,
Actually.
cool, cool.
I mean you
All
you
right,
hear us well and hear yeah.
I have my mic. It's here. It's just not connected to anything. So, cool. What else is going on in your world, my friend?
That's it.
That's why I
No.
was a few minutes late. Right there, I was watching the game.
And
They're up. They were up 5-0. We ate dinner and watched Welcome to Wrexham, and I think the Rangers scored, but they're still. I think they're still winning like 5-1 or 2. So, and they're into their third pitcher. So we'll see.
who is it? The Astros are in their third or
Yeah, yeah. I don't know where the Rangers were. Scherzer got hammered, kind of like the Astros pitcher did the other night. So he'd given up like 5 by like the fourth inning. So
yeah, well, I think he came back too soon, but
well, yeah. Well, he's had sort of a history of arm trouble. So
uh-huh. Yeah.
so yeah. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no, so nothing's going on. Work has been, it's one of those where like, every little annoyance you can't let go because somehow or another the people who annoy you find new ways to do it. It's just
Oh,
like, um, they had asked part of my job responsibilities, which are rather schizophrenic, is that I have to help develop marketing materials. And specifically these proposals where you have to basically say, here's our staff, here's all of our experience, and here's all the numbers that you care about, right?
right.
And they the team that was supposed to sell a job did not do a very good job, and so we had to do a second proposal to kind of follow up on stuff. And in that, they would like send these email chains back and forth to each other, And then somebody would kick one out to me and say, "Hey, man, do you think you can have this by Friday?" And I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "All these changes." I'm like, "What changes?" And they're like, "Oh, sorry, we took you off the email chain." And it's
Oh,
like,
Jesus.
so it's kind of that stuff. And by the time it got done, I believe the comments were, so how did the last presentation go? Because I heard you botched it.
To you?
No, that was my response to them. And they were like,
Oh,
well,
okay.
no, it didn't. I go, no, I heard that you guys were grossly unprepared, that you had people in the meeting who didn't know what they were supposed to talk about. And apparently you guys thought you're just going to waltz in there and get the job. So what the fuck happened? Why am I doing all this at the last minute? And
Awesome.
then some other people had it's like when things go sideways and they can't ungo sideways.
Right.
Today was my day off. I spent 2 hours with technical support trying to solve a problem for another department because the people who are in charge can't communicate what the problem is.
Oh, Jesus.
And so the email chain this morning went, "I'm the only one affected. It's not a big deal. I'll just work around it." 3 hours later, "I'm trying to get other people and they're having the same problem. We have to solve for this. This is an emergency." And I was like, well, one of these days I'm going to slip up and call you stupid to your face. So
Today might be that day.
it might be that day. I wanted to sweep out the garage. My day was get up at 7, go to Home Depot. Nah. We have, just trying to fix.
Sometimes those days in the garage are just what you need. I can remember one where like I just spent all day futzing in the garage, sweeping and straightening, and I had the music on, had some beers in the fridge outside. Laura
I
was at
forgot
work.
beer.
Boys were boys were at school. Laura's at work, and I just took the day to play in the garage, and it was glorious. Yes.
That was the whole thing. Because I have some of those big shelving units from Home Depot,
Hmm.
and I have the little black yellow lid storage containers from Home Depot. And those wire shelves, the way that they're made is that they have like one raised cross piece like every
Hmm.
so often. And so I went and I bought underlayment and cut it into sections. So now I have a smooth all the way
Nice.
across, which is great because if you're trying to stack things on those Home Depot shelves, you like get it on that nub and it all sits sideways. So you move it over so it doesn't sit sideways, or things catch in those little grates.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah, because those black tubs have like sort of have little feet on them for nesting. So that's
Exactly.
even yeah.
Which is great also for catching in that wire mesh of
Hmm.
the shelves. And you like push it in and then it just hangs up and you like tilt it back, bang your hand on the shelf above, get mad, and
Scream
want to
obscenities.
throw everything away. So it was all about making that stuff nice. And now
Nice.
that you can go across the spines, you can put a few more things on each shelf. So that was my goal for the week. That was it. Today is just that shit. Tomorrow will be a similar thing in the basement as we have to get ready for drywall and carpet.
I was going to ask how that was going. When is that going in?
Drywall is like on November 6th, and then I got to call the carpet guy tomorrow and see if I can't push it out to like after, because I'd hate to, put carpet in and then cut and sand drywall on top.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like the right order of
And
things.
it seems a little off kilter. So I'd rather patch everything, and it also gives me a chance to paint cabinets because they are the
A
old
chance to.
a chance to, yeah. It's one of those where you're like, man, this golden oak fucking sucks.
Ooh, that's a hard match.
Yeah, it's a golden oak. It looks bad. So we'll see what we do.
Yeah, we were getting a new roof thanks to the repeated ice storms we've been having in Austin over the last couple of years. So we were outside when I got home from work with like three shingle samples, trying to decide which color. That and waiting for the check to get here from the insurance company. So But yeah, so that'll be fun. I'm glad I'm not working from home because Laura's going to be fit to be tied by the time that's over with.
Roofing crews are amazing. They come in like before the crack of dawn, and 9 o'clock you'll hear the last ba-jump, 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 and then they're gone,
Yeah.
and you have a roof. But in
The
the meantime, you've got like 13 guys standing up there just
stomping around. It was funny though because the guy that's doing our roof lives in the neighborhood. Literally lives around the corner from us. Right?
Mhm.
He's making a lot of money this fall off
Yeah,
of insurance
everybody's
claims.
roof.
But
Mhm.
yeah, like I think he's doing 3 or 4 in a row down my street.
Oof.
But he did the house on that side of us like
Mhm.
about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, and Laura said at middle of the afternoon, one of the guys came over, laid down in our yard for his siesta, and the dogs were going nuts. She had to go outside and ask him to take the siesta in the yard he was actually working in.
Yeah,
But
exactly. Oh
but the
no,
guy,
Senora, nails.
but, see, but what is Neil's?
I don't know.
Yavez's
He's
keys. I don't know. Anyway,
so it's not
but
Yavis.
no, it's not that. The guy came today to talk to Laura, and he was looking at the neighbor's roof. He goes, "Oh, that one looks pretty good." And she was like, "Yeah, y'all did that one." So clearly, he's not supervising all the jobs.
Nope,
He
nope,
didn't even
nope.
realize his crews had done that one.
Just knocking them out, baby.
The,
Knocking
the
them
s- the sign's gone. He can't keep track anymore. So
out. Yeah, my parents are building a house down in Tennessee,
I remember you telling me that. Yeah, how's
and
that going?
it's well, uh, I think they want to be in by the end of the year, and they were
How
telling
far
me that
along are they?
it's enclosed, sided,
Okay,
windows, roof.
okay.
Drywall was in the house. Oh,
Uh,
drywall in the house.
what?
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, but my dad, my
DJ drywall in the house.
or scrub, scrub, scrub. Yeah, the big
There's
sanding
jokes
stick.
to be made there. I'm just too tired to make them. Um,
But yeah, no, but my parents were talking about like, you know, she goes, yeah, the roofers came and they just like got up there and they just knocked it out. I'm like, yeah, it's what roofers do. You get 8, 10 guys, they climb up there, they play, you know, mariachi music all afternoon, and at the end of the day, you've got a roof. She goes, well, we might have to talk to them about their music. I'm like, don't.
no,
It's no,
that's
that up tempo is what keeps these guys working. Don't do that.
exactly. Don't mess with the musica.
Yeah, just
Um,
let them do their thing. Because yeah, they come in, boom, one day they're gone.
and then you hear it fading off into the distance.
As they go to the next house, pa-chunk, 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 pa-chunk.
We were standing out there tonight. I was telling Laura we were looking at the colors, and one of them was way too brown. Right, one of them
Yeah.
was sort of like a middle brown, a little darker than we want. She wanted it for a brown, and then the other was like a charcoal. I'm
Mhm.
like, my mom picked green one time. We had a green roof when I was a kid.
Yep, yep. I know that's
Yep.
one of the office. Yeah, because we did that at the old house. And you
Yeah.
want green? You're like, God, no. Who wants that? Then you go down, and there's like 2 houses down the street. You're like,
Yeah.
okay,
It was the
besides those
seven.
people.
It's the 70s. I don't. Dad gave mom carte blanche, and then I was telling Laura like I got home from little league practice with my new uniform, and everybody that worked with and for my dad was on the roof of the house. It wasn't a crew. He brought the office, and
Just to come over and look and inspect.
no, they were putting the roof on.
Oh, oh, no, 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 no. That does not work, man.
Not these days, but in the 70s, sure, there
Yeah,
was
sure.
beer and there was hammers and there was a roof and
That's like
all
the
those
Amish, really. It's
all
just a
those
bunch of
guys knew
oil
how to
field
do that.
Amish.
Yeah, all those guys knew how to do it. It wasn't like, I went up on the roof and was watching and like they were lining it up and nailing it down. And next, I mean,
Yeah.
it was, coon asses, there were Indians, there were rednecks, there were Pentecostals, it was quite a crew. Because Dad's office back then was in Kinder, so
Okay.
he
Yeah.
did have some Native Americans on the crew.
Man. When we remodeled the office, we had drywallers, and they came in, they fired up the music, right? And I mean, just were like knocking rooms out. You're just like, Frank and I go there in the morning. We leave and we come back and like three more rooms are done. I mean, these guys are just blowing and going.
Yeah.
And ownership was like, no, 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 we got to go quicker. We're going to go talk to the painters and have their drywallers come in, right? And it
Why?
was, and we're like, no, no, there's a plan. No, they'll come and they'll start at that in the hall and they'll meet in the middle. And it was a disaster because
Probably different quality of the two jobs.
so these guys, they're up on stilts, man. They just like walk in and then just start. This guy's over
The first crew.
first crew.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
second crew, they're like coming in and they're like, all right, oh, we're going to do this. And they're talking about how they're going to do it. And they're staging their materials and stuff. And about 10:30 rolls around. Then one of them straps on some stilts and they put up a couple sheets and they break for lunch. In the meantime, crew A has finished another two rooms and is now working around crew B. And so later it's like, did that help? And I said, no, it didn't. They were in the way.
It lent perspective, but it didn't help.
No, you should have just let my Mexicans do their job because those guys just, I mean, the music is playing, somebody's like, are they going to have to play that music? I'm like, are you watching them at all? It's just like, bup, bup, bada, bup, bup, zip, 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 bup, bup, bada, bup, zip, zip, zzz. I mean, just,
Yeah,
just flying
yeah. On stilts.
on stilts. Yeah, that was the thing. They were all on stilts. And they had one guy who did like the finish taping and mudding,
Mhm.
like the final coat stuff.
Right, right.
He goes, yeah. He goes, those guys are a wonder to watch because they don't take breaks. They just go. I think we're paying them by the job. He goes, but man, he goes, that guy, and it was like Jose. He's like, Jose's team is fantastic. They just blow this shit out. It's not even close.
We had the floor put. We had a tile floor through most of the downstairs part of the house. We had wood put in right at the beginning of the pandemic, right?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which was a pain in the ass for a few days, but man, once they got it floated and leveled, shit, I came home from work and half the house was done. You know,
You're
there's
just
only
like,
there's only
what the
so
hell?
fast you can go till the floating is done, right? You got to
Right.
get that done and set, and
Mhm.
then, but boy, they knocked that shit out.
When you get people, yeah. Rosie has a tile guy, and uh, has like a yeah, no, granite guy, right?
Okay.
And we joke about this guy, and I feel bad because we can't remember his name. Um, but like when we got countertops made in the new building, he would come out like on Monday. He'd measure. You'd pick out a stone on Tuesday, and it'd be like, okay, we'll be ready for you next Wednesday. That's when they'll be done in this area, and you can come in and do your countertops. And he's calling you like Friday afternoon, asking if they can come by Saturday and put them in.
Wow.
Oh yeah. And so we were joking, Frank and I are joking about how we may replace the countertops on the wet bar in the basement now that everything's all torn up. Because it's only going to be like, I don't know, 10 square feet of tile or granite, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, you better make sure that everything's done and ready to go. I was like, I know, because he'll come out, he'll measure, I'll pick the stone, and he'll be out, the next day. He goes, oh, if the stone's in the yard, he could be out that afternoon.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. And he's all cash and he's super cheap. So,
There you go. Those are all good things.
yep.
Oh man, watch! I want to show you something fun I did earlier while I was trying to set this up. Watch this.
You got the crawl going on the Astros Rangers?
I did that, but watch this.
Ooh.
Apparently, the Kirby crackle is a thing, and there are
Absolutely.
lots of examples of this. And it's my new favorite thing. Woo!
For our company Zoom, I'd find pictures of our own job sites,
Uh-huh.
like the finished work, and I would use them as backdrops. So on
Nice.
a Zoom call. So somebody's like going, wait a minute, is that Jay Rieger? I'm like, yes, it is.
Thanks for playing.
Thanks for playing. You know, the next time I'm out in front of the Kansas City Aquarium, it's just like, they're like, where are
That's
you
funny.
getting those? It's like, how do you not think about these things, guys? You know, we're taking more of a, I don't know what it is. Maybe I've just sort of reached the end of the line and don't care anymore, you know, because it's like, I'm sitting here looking at hats, getting hats made. And it dawns on me that we give the hats out to customers when we take them to sporting events.
Right.
So I had the hats made in the team colors. So if we go to a Chiefs game, you get a red hat with gold logo and insignia.
Nice.
Go to the Royals, you get blue and blue. And you know, the marketing team's like, well, that doesn't look right. It's not our logo. I'm like, trust me, give these away. People will love them. They will wear our hat because it's the right color, and
Mhm.
because I didn't do our maroon, which is our normal color,
Right.
did the fill of the hat.
Right.
People will wear them. You'll give them the hats. They will throw them on, especially people who forgot the hats because now they're wearing a royal blue hat. And so that's taken off. And so we're moving on to colleges next. So we're
You
doing
doing
K.
purple?
Oh, fuck yeah. And they're like, man, they saw samples of like the K-State one looks really good. I was like, I don't play favorites, but I play favorites.
But
I'm
but
paying to send my kid there. So yeah,
That's so
we're
funny.
taking. We did a survey where one of the things the field staff said back to us is they didn't have enough company logoed branded merchandise. You know,
Update.
I see. Ooh, Rangers picked up 2.
Yep. Sorry, I'll
Are they
keep
playing
updating.
in Arlington?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we blew 2 at home, so yeah.
Ooh, ouch.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we like every time we have an event for our association, we get a new T-shirt,
Mhm.
and like so I'm accumulating this pile of T-shirts. I can't get them to buy new hats. The hats we have are the really unstructured ones, and I hate those. Like they just kind of
Oh,
flop on you. I
uh-huh.
hate those. And yeah, but we were doing an office cleanup, and I found like 4 logoed Wickaway Nike golf shirts in an office
Ooh,
of somebody who didn't work there anymore, and they were my size. And I'm like, "Can I have
perfect.
these?" They're like, "Yes, please take them." Okay, great. I have enough to wear one every day to work if I want to now.
I absolutely would.
Plus my 3/4 zip for when it's cold.
Nice.
I've only been there for like 11 months. I got a
Why
closet
is
full of
he all
clothes.
logoed up? Oh, yeah, I know people. Oh, for next year's our 50th anniversary.
Right.
Again, I'm at that point where it's like, you know what? Fuck it. They can tell me no, and it doesn't matter because I'll at least find a way to get a sample made. You know, and once I get the
Right.
sample made,
That's for you.
that's for me. And then the question's, where do I get that? And then, you know,
Mhm.
that's kind of funny. One of our guys was working in Kristen's building, and she had a logoed bag. And he goes, well, where'd you get that? And she goes, well, my husband works there. And she goes, well, who is it? And she goes, well, it's, Steve Sprout. And she's like, oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. he all has all this stuff we don't get.
He's got so much he's giving it away now.
And that was just one that like somebody made as a gift to get me to buy bags.
Yeah.
But no, for their company's 50th, I want to do a T-shirt of the month, right?
Well, that'd be cool.
Set up a company store. So from the 1st of the month to the 15th, you can log in, order a shirt. 15th, we close the store, send the order off, get them printed. So on the 1st of so I'd start it in December. So on the
Right.
1st of January, we give out shirts to everybody who
Ordered one.
requested one. And then a different shirt for Tuesday, and so on down the because it gives me a chance to do things with the company logo I would never be allowed to do.
Plus, every month you probably are going to see an uptick in purchase as people see what's coming in.
I think so. And I
It's
think
it's
that
a, it's it's a roll. It's the rolling down the hill stone situation.
correct. And then eventually you will have, all these people in company shirts. I mean, my long-term goal is to like when I do the colleges and we find out that hey, this architect went to K-State, cool. Let's give him some purple, logoed shirt or logoed hats. Is we're going to do career fairs. I'm going to do the hats in the colors of the college we're doing
Oh
career,
yes,
you know, so
yes.
that when we go out there, if nothing else, we also do job site specific shirts, like a
Mhm.
play on our logo in the job.
Right.
We're doing a jail, and this is the logo that's kind of on the fence because it's the circle of our logo, and we have 3 bars that run underneath the main logo.
Hmm.
I took the 3 bars, I lifted the icon out, tilted the 3 bars up, and put them behind the logo. So it's the first draft, I actually changed the font to a stencil font and put it
Of
on
course you did. Of course you
put
did.
it put it on an orange, like a mock-up on an orange t-shirt as a mock-up.
Nice.
And the first reaction goes, I don't think we can do that.
Well, somebody might get, might not be allowed to leave the work site at the end of the day.
It's like, fine, I'll do it in high vis yellow. I'll change the font back, but I'm leaving the bars behind the logo.
You have to.
I
You
can't
have
come up
to.
with anything better.
That's an opportunity you can't pass up.
And I look at that logo going, probably shouldn't do it. And somebody goes, well, why can't you do it? I'm like, it's in questionable taste, but my God, I love it.
we had our trade show last week, and the theme was Mardi Gras, which I
Ooh,
which I strongly objected to on
cultural
uh,
appropriation.
well,
I
I,
get
I didn't I said that around the house,
it.
but just the wrong time of year, whatever. I was overruled. That's fine. That's fine. Whatever. But as I'm sitting there, and I went over on
It's not all about the purple mask, man.
on Thursday, I went to set up the AV equipment for the education conference piece of things, and I came downstairs and I was talking to our events coordinator, and the person who's in charge of the events committee was there, and they were going to do a second line over our events coordinator's objections, right? Okay, whatever. And she walked up, and I'm like, hey, you have your umbrella for tomorrow? And I got like deer in the headlights, like, huh? She had like a marching band baton. I'm
Baton?
like,
No, it's
yeah,
an
no,
umbrella,
no,
man.
it's an umbrella. You gotta have umbrellas. She found them before the next day when the second line came down the road, because I heard it coming, and I went and got to the end of the aisle and take some video. And
Uh,
she turned the corner and went, I found an umbrella for you, and kept going. But yeah, but I texted Laura, and I'm like, I don't know how Mardi Gras is equal to flapper. There were a lot of people dressed like flappers. I don't
it's
think.
it's it is strange what people think a theme means. Because,
Yeah.
for example, Renaissance Fair, right?
Mhm.
The Renaissance Fair had one superhero day, no goddamn sense, and the other one that bothers me is that there's a growing gaggle of pirates that show up there, and it's like, no,
Wrong time frame.
wrong time frame, especially English pirates. It's
Right?
Renaissance. Yeah, it's kind of like,
I wish I
you
had
you
the
missed the
Sports
theme.
Center. Wish I had the Sports Center sound effect. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Da-na-na.
Astros got one back. Yeah, and there was one that one group of kind of, was a lot of, obviously, the purple and the gold and the green and
Mhm.
all the kind of things. There was one team, one company that went, and they had the best costumes in my mind. They all dressed like a Dixieland jazz band, with the white shirt, the black pants, the suspenders, the bow tie, the little black hat, and they all had like little kids and brass instruments hanging around their necks. I was like,
Okay,
that's clever. That's very clever. Nicely
that's
done. And
right.
I made a point of going over to the guys and say, y'all win for best costume tonight, because that is very, very well done. Nobody went the full,
Crew and so
or the full Zulu Indian chief. I would have loved to see somebody walking around the floor with the feathered headdress. That would have been amazing.
Except it's like a white guy named Dave and doesn't
Yeah,
really understand
yeah.
why
There could have been
all
some
black
issues.
employees are getting in the side eye.
Yeah, probably wouldn't have been a good idea, but it would have been cool.
Yeah. Crew Zulu, what the hell?
Now, I will
Wrong.
say, I was impressed with some of the like when they did the second line. One dude had from one of the construction companies had one of their logoed buckets upside down, and he was playing drums on the bucket
Oh,
while they were
nice.
walking. Yeah, and a couple of those construction companies were giving away those Homer buckets, and people were using those for the gimmies. And I saw people walking out with our tote bag full and a Homer bucket full, and it's like, yeah, that's a good idea.
I love going to like the marketing trade shows because you do it right, man. You can clean up.
Yeah, I was too busy. I didn't get a chance to really walk it much, so I didn't get a whole lot of stuff. I did end up with a neck full of beads that I didn't have to work for, so that was
Oh,
okay.
that's good because that's another one you have to explain to HR. How'd you get me
Yeah,
so many beads, mister? Let me tell you
well,
something, sister.
I got it, and I don't mind flaunting it.
Booyah. In your face. Because I don't know what it was. Somebody had quit. And I told Frank, I go, man, I go, my last day, just let me tell you something. We're going to get the little, carts. We have some of the little old people carts. You know what I'm talking about, the little grocery store carts, right?
Yes,
I go,
yes.
we're going to get one of those working. I'm going to take that Bluetooth speaker, and I'm going to play on repeat when the Saints go marching in, and I'm going up and down every aisle in this place, and I'm having a big bag of beads, and I'm throwing them at everybody. Oh, when the Saints, here you go
Marching in, woo!
It'll be
Uh,
one of the things that everybody will remember and most people will hate me for because it's like he didn't even look sad to leave. Woo!
he ran the battery out
He
down in the
ran the
middle of the
battery out,
aisle and just got up and walked away.
just walked away, kicked the cart over, set it on fire, and walked off. Yeah, I don't remember what prompted it. It was like, what did you do if you won the lottery? Like when it was like $1.7 billion. And
Right.
you're just like,
Whatever I
I'm
want.
pretty sure that you would, I can replace all the stuff in my office. I mean, you know, you not only would I not come in anymore, you'd never find me. It's just pretty
I would
simple.
I would own my own archipelago and I would just move all the time.
Gone. Just change the
How
name.
much do you think an archipelago costs?
A 1.7 billion winning lottery ticket.
Okay.
I
I
don't
can live in
know.
it too.
That depends, I think, on the sea. I mean, if you pick a crappy sea, it's probably not. It's location, location, location.
It's the North Sea. You can probably
It's
do
the
all
North
right.
Sea. There's nothing because it's just you and birds, and some pissed off lost Irishman. Get off my island! Get off my island!
I
And then
bought
you
it
become best friends.
until he can't stand you anymore and he starts cutting off his fingers.
That's right. Kills you in his sleep. Yeah. Um, yeah. So other than that, yeah, it's fine. Fine. I don't know. But yeah, but like one of those South Sea Island archipelagos, that'd probably be pretty pricey.
Yeah, you might do all
I
right in the
bet you could
Caribbean.
pick up Micronesia for a song.
I think if you went like
If you wait,
uh
it'll all wash
I
over.
was gonna say that's the trouble with buying an archipelago now is it's undersea in a few years.
Hmm. Yeah. I need a bigger, taller chain of islands, please.
Is there a chain of oceanic mountains I can get into early?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Hawaii is already gone, but there's something else?
There's got to be something in the South Pacific, right?
What do you have in a tall, non-volcanic island chain? The
I'm
real
paying
estate agents
cash.
will speak. No, I'm cool. I'll truck my own water in. Don't worry.
3% of
Of
okay.
an archipelago, I will give you a bay.
I will name it after you.
I will name the bay after you. Realtor Bay.
But we'll spell it BAE for the kids.
Yes, so they get the joke. Uh, so so last week we went on this thing. We have botanical gardens like an hour from our house,
Okay.
and they have they partner with like the local eclectic dance group, you know,
Hmm.
the ones who does all this kind of stuff, you know, and they do like a
Oh my.
Halloween walk, and it's actually pretty cool because they do music and lights and special effects, and it's just kind of cool because you're like walking through a set. But I think I took a picture and posted it of like this one Japanese character and was calling him the spooky kabuki. And
I didn't see that one. I saw some of the other ones.
it's on the other, yeah, it's green and white. It's a spooky, and I think the quote was, "I'm not going to ruin Scooby Doo and the Spooky Kabuki by telling you how it ends, but keep an eye on Old Man Watanabe and those movies." So we're coming home, and I was like, "I can't." I go, "They had to have done Spooky Kabuki, right?" No, they've done Phantom Kabuki, but not, or Kabuki Phantom, but not the Spooky Kabuki.
What?
I know. So then all of a sudden we start brainstorming ideas. And it's no longer Old Man Watanabe, it's Captain Watanabe. And he is doing something with the businesses. He's a fishmonger, and he's doing something with to the other businesses in Bottlenose Bay. We're trying to come up with some sort of,
I like it.
because he's smuggling yellowfin tuna. I'm like,
I see.
I go, that one might be a little over the heads of
I
the
was
Scooby
I
Doo
was gonna
crowd.
give you villagers were dropping from mercury poisoning, but
Oh, there we go.
but again, demographic.
Demographics. So yeah, so we came up with sort of the idea. That's the bare bones of the plot of, you know, Scooby Doo
Spooky.
and the Spooky Kabuki
I
and
like
Captain
it.
Watanabe. Yeah, it because it fits. And then you do
It
the
does.
bottleneck because you've got dolphins and
Hmm.
dolphins, tuna. Oh, and they solve the crime with the help of a dolphin, of course.
May I suggest
Woo, woo, the fish
a,
is talking. Woo, woo, woo.
a special guest
Ee,
appearance by
ee.
by Jabberjaw?
Fucking brilliant.
Because the fish does talk.
Oh wow, Scoob, that fish is walking on land. Dude, your
'Cause-
dog talks. All right, man.
well, didn't Jabberjaw have his own group of intrepid investigative teens? He could be a
Probably. They all
crossover.
did. I mean,
Yeah.
fuck the what is it? The buggy. What the hell was it?
Speed buggy.
Speed buggy. The fucking car solved crimes.
Hanna-Barbera was very concerned about crime.
Yes, they were. And the weirder the thing that could solve the crime, the better.
Well, then there was the effeminate
A
ghost.
15-foot amphibious great white shark is the drummer for the Neptunes, a rock group made up of four teenagers, because that immediately makes them, oh God, Biff, Shelley, Bubbles, and Clamhead, who live in an
Clamhead being
underwater.
the Clamhead, the Shaggy equivalent, I'm guessing.
I'm going with yes, you are correct.
I don't remember, but
A
what was the?
similar Josie and the Pussycats and Speed Buggy.
And there was another one. Hold on. What's the one I'm
Inch
thinking
High
of?
Private Eye.
Oh God, Don Adams. Yes, the Funky Phantom. That's the one I'm thinking of. Remember
You
the
know
Funky
what? Okay,
Phantom?
I do, and this is the weird part. I remember watching it in Malaysia because I remember it came on, and then after that was the car cartoon, because the car cartoon was in not English. It was Speed Racer.
Okay.
Because somebody goes, "I can't believe you've never seen Speed Racer," and then I go, "Oh wait, who's that?" They're like, "Well, that's Speed Racer." I go, "I have watched Speed Racer. I've never heard it called that."
What was it called in Malaysia?
I
Just
don't
for
remember. I was like 5.
okay.
You remember that it went the ghost cartoon, then this car cartoon, and then I don't know,
It
Japanese
was
game shows.
we had here's what I remember about the Funky Phantom. Very little about the show, but for some reason we had one of those kid mugs. It was yellow
Uh-huh.
and it had the Phantom on the outside. and it became the pin cup that's on the bar in the kitchen by the phone, and
Okay.
the ghost got scratched off over time. So he really kind of did look like a ghost after a while. But I bet you that cup is still at my mom's house, and the next time there, I'm gonna look and see if I can find it, and that would be what's on my desk. But that cup was around forever, like house to house to house. That cup followed us like it really was a ghost, and it was the pencil cup.
Nice. Oh yeah. No,
Uh,
again another cartoon that I've watched but don't remember watching it in English. And then the other memory that sticks with me from Malaysia was like a series of horror movies, okay,
okay.
along the lines of Godzilla, but had to do with like a statue would fall over and then like a snail would crawl out of it and the snails would go around and kill people.
What?
I don't remember. I mean, I have tried every now and again. I get a wild hair. You're like sitting going, God, another fucking teleconference. Korean snail horror movies, Japanese snail horror movies,
Okay, all right.
Malaysian Japanese snail.
That's okay because I have this memory of something I saw, and it was shot like Dark Shadows, that kind of like straight to video kind of
Okay.
like, and I don't think it was Dark Shadows per se, but there was like something going on, like they were like growing people in the basement of this manor, and I'll be damned, and I do the same thing. That'll pop into my head every once in a while. I'm like, new search string. Don't know what it was. Don't know anybody that was in it. Can't find it.
Yeah.
I
'Cause
know I saw it.
exactly. That's the thing. I got the hook. Statues that turn into snails or something like that. You would think that would be enough of a search
Yeah,
that the Google would be like, oh fuck, you're going deep cut, my friend.
yeah. Yeah. And I'd like, was it Dark Shadows adjacent? Was it like a backdoor pilot for something?
Oh
Because
man.
it had that visual. I can distinctly remember it looking, because the babysitter watched Dark Shadows, right? So I
Mhm.
know what that looked like.
Yeah.
But it's like can't figure out what the hell it was. If it was British, I can't remember, or if it was like rednecks growing people in the basement. So I can't narrow it down to like cultural. I can't remember, but I remember like
There's like the
the stone staircase was in like the right foreground that wound down into the basement, and there were like all these people coming. It wasn't Motel Hell. I know that because I've seen that, but it was just like, and I can't find it.
oh damn.
Did you ever see the cartoon? It was
By the
Wacky
way,
Racers. Yeah, go ahead.
since Jabberjaws has a band, that means musical montages. But anyway,
Oh, see,
along the weaving in and out of sushi places
when they're running around as It's the Neptunes playing as the Scooby
as the
gang is
Scooby
running
Gang
around.
runs around, and
Yeah,
then at some point they're all riding dolphins, you know, and it looks like
on their way
this
to Telmar. I don't
on the well, yeah,
know.
it's just, and then the spooky Kabuki, he's all tied up at the end. They release him. It's Captain Watanabe. Flipper is there, and then Jabberjaws just takes a bite right out of his top of his head, and then the band plays it out.
Wow, that one took a turn.
Sorry, it got a little dark. Wacky
That's all right.
Races.
There was a show because it was the 70s. Wacky Racers. It was either a clone or by the same
Oh,
company that
was
did
it like
it.
Penelope Pit Stop?
No. It
No.
was like It was like racers, but they were on roller skates.
Oh, good lord.
Okay, hold on.
Cartoon.
I'm gonna look. Yeah, it was a cartoon. Hold on, I'm looking. It was on like Sunday mornings in Lake Charles, so I never got to see much of it because we had to leave for church. Wacky races on skates. Da, 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 da. I don't
Nope.
know. Nope.
Didn't work.
I'm still looking. Yeah, weird shit.
Like
Skating
animated, was it like
roads.
roller derby or a like cross country?
No. It was the same kind of setup where like they were racing, but they were on roller skates instead of like crazy cars, and there were teams. And
Xanadu. Was it
I
Starlight
believe
Express? Was it?
no, I believe I found it. Hold on.
That was easy.
Maybe give me a second. I believe I found it. Let's see. Yep, Bailey's Comets. Different roller skating teams compete in a worldwide race to different locations. searching for clues that will lead them to $1 million prize at the end of the race.
Bailey's Comets.
Bailey's
Okay.
Comet was the
There we
main
go.
team. Texas Black Hats, the Jekyll Hides, the
Jesus.
Dust. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It was a
Like I said,
cartoon series that aired on CBS. The second season consisted entirely of reruns.
so it was the first season.
It was the first season. Okay.
Second season was the first season.
So
So
animated or done by DePatie Freeling, who also did Pink Panther cartoons, and then also in association with Joe Ruby, Ken Spears. Ruby Spears kind of
yeah.
did some of that same schlocky. Another update.
Yeah.
What is it now? Oh,
8-5.
A5.
Shouldn't have gone to the pin.
The Duster Busters, nice.
Yeah. Like I said, I would only ever see like the first 10 or 15 minutes of it when it was on, because then it was time to go to Sunday school, and I never got to see the end of a race. So I have vague recollection of that show.
Oh my God. Nice though. Nice to pull one out of the old brain box. Holy crap.
I had to convince someone one time
That it was real.
that Lidsville was an actual show.
Yeah,
They did
that
not
one
believe
just
it.
sounds fucked up. That sounds like you're making it up
Well,
on the go. So anyway, there's this guy
maybe it was
played
you
by
I had
Charles
to.
Nelson Riley.
Maybe it was you I had to convince.
No, I remember Lidsville because it's like, no, you're not on Match Game. You're the bad guy.
Flying around in his top
Flying
hat.
around. Yes, because I would confuse it or mix it together with HR Puffin stuff.
Well, yeah,
because I think they ran the two shows wherever we were back to back.
Well, and the person who played Witchy Poo was Weenie Genie on Lidsville.
Yeah. Sigmund the Sea Monster, if you remember that one.
With the kid from Family Affair.
Yes.
I got a DVD set of Sigmund the Sea and the Sea Monsters and one of HR Puffin stuff during the Gonzo Geek days.
Uh-huh.
And I played them for the boys, and they were like, "What in the hell are we watching?" This is what we had. We were happy to have it,
kids. Yeah, exactly. This is our Beavis and Butthead. Not really. Not really.
No.
This is our Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, no, Lidsville is a tough sell because you're like, yeah, there's this magician, and then they always, every episode, he'd throw his hat, and then they'd climb into it, this big hat, and they'd fly around in his magic hat, and he'd be, big
gay magician.
Big gay magician.
And all the denizens of Lidsville were in fact hats.
Yes.
The cowboy hat talked like he was from Texas. The beret was French.
And then, of course, the Fry Guys left for McDonald's and commercials and
rubble. Crossover right there that should have been happening.
Oh my God,
the paper hat guy.
You want a prize with that? You're hardly a villain. Oh yeah, coronary artery disease. I'm a long-term killer.
I'm playing the long game.
I may be slow, but I will get you. Here's my friend, diabetes.
Paper hat guy's always last one in running. He's always the last one,
he's
like way behind.
Just kind of hands on the knees, hunched over, sucking wind. I'll get you. Don't worry. Oh, I got all your numbers. Cholesterol, blood pressure, sugar.
Wow, we're overthinking Lidsville too much.
I went into work after our last conversation, was trying to explain to people how we had made the jump from movies we'd never seen to Robert Preston recruiting for the Space Avengers. And also teaching them all how to be refined young ladies. That's right. We got trouble out here in space. That rhymes with P and that stands for pool. I was like, wait a minute, that's the Music Man. And they're all like, what the hell are you talking about? It's like, honestly, just live in my head for a couple of days and it will all make sense. And
Or
you too. Yep. Just wait them out.
or you'll be sitting in the corner.
Jesus Christ! It's no wonder he thinks we're all stupid.
I always say no one wants to live in the neighborhood of my brain. It's a scary neighborhood. There's never going to be gentrified.
It's like I read something that like 30% of the population doesn't have an inner monologue.
I can't stop mine.
That was the thing. And I've told you this, like after the stroke, mine stopped. And after about like 2 or 3 months, I was like, okay, I guess this is my life now. And I think I said something about sitting on my porch throwing rocks at kids and cars as an old man. And then this voice fired up in like one corner of my brain. He goes, Jesus Christ, it's fucking quiet in here. And it just went boom. And that was the most bizarre thing is I'm like, munch, munch, munch. I'll throw rocks at God. What? It's fucking
He's
quiet in here.
back.
It's like, oh, good. You took 6 weeks off. Fantastic. And you're going to tell me all about it today.
We got a lot of catching up to do.
Exactly. Hey, remember when he did this? This is what I was thinking. It's like, yeah. Is that really? Yeah, it's fantastic.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
Have you watched Loki?
I watched the first. I didn't realize that it was out. I watched the first episode and it was like, oh, good. We're no longer trying to set up things. We're just going to go do the what if thing and just, throw it at the wall.
We're just going to break things now. Yeah, we're
Exactly. We're going to break it all.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we were watching it and I laughed at the last scene when, spoiler alert, kids, when Sylvie shows up in Brixton, Oklahoma.
Uh-huh.
Because in the comic books, that's when Asgard crashes to Earth. That's where it lands. So it's like a legitimate Thor call out. And I was trying to explain it to Laura. And she's like, what do you mean Asgard crashed? I'm like, well, in the comics, Asgard isn't a planet. It's another plane of existence. She goes, oh, I think I said it's another dimension. She goes, okay, one dimension of this bullshit is more than enough. And I think that sums up where she's at right now.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. I've seen a couple of articles in the last couple of days that's Feige's hinting that Secret Wars is going to be a soft reboot where they can bring back some of the dead characters recast. Okay, sure, why not?
Yeah, figured it was.
I got no problem with it. Yeah, they weren't going to say trying to keep Iron Man and Captain America gone forever. No, it's stupid to think that they would. Scarlet Witch, not Scarlet Witch, Black Widow. Yeah, so
yeah, well. I don't know. Fatigue is.
I'm so fatigued. I was every time I thought about going to see Blue Beetle, I'm like, it's going to be on Max in a few weeks. I'm just going to sit on my couch and watch that. And I kind of feel the same way about the Marvels. And Laura's like, well, that's just massages. I'm like, no, I'm not invested in any of those characters. And
no, I mean,
I'm tired.
Yeah. Now, if they do Agents of Atlas and we see Jimmy Woo and the big talking ape, I'm in.
And the dragon. Yeah, I'd go see that in a minute. Hell, make that a weekly procedural. Give me that.
Ooh, that would be fun. Or Werewolf by Night. That'd be nice to.
That's the best
continuing adventures. Yeah,
of Jack. That's the best thing they've done in like the last 3 years. Is that Werewolf by Night special?
It was different. It was one of those where they just took a shot and it worked.
You either watched it or you didn't, and they didn't much care.
Exactly. Yeah. Can they erase the Eternals from the timeline? I mean, it's like
I'm more concerned about the Inhumans.
Oh yeah, I always see like people like, oh, you're not giving that movie its due. It's like, I tried. There's not a lot of due to give.
Yeah, well, we've had that conversation. I was a fan of the source material, and they ripped everything that made the source material interesting out of it. So, I did enjoy in the second episode of Loki. They were, it's not really a spoiler, but they're jumping through times, right? Okay. And they were in like the 70s, and they were going down an alley, and there was a poster for one of Kumal's Eternals characters movies.
Oh yeah. Nice.
And it was so fast. If you didn't know, it would just go.
You if you didn't know,
Yeah,
you didn't know.
yeah. So I was like, oh, that was okay. Nicely done. And well, the
Excellent.
good thing about episode 2 is it drove the price of one of my post issue 300 pre Walter Simonson Thors through the roof because there's a mention of a like one off character from uh,
Really?
that dead time, and all of a sudden that book went through the roof, kind of like my Dazzlers went up in value when they said Taylor was interested in playing the Dazzler. So,
Good Lord. Like she needs any more money.
yeah, right. Well, she's
'Cause I-
conquered tweens and she's conquered the NFL. Now she needs to conquer the nerds.
and
The
then
size
we will
hunter.
all be in her throat. Yeah. I mean, let me just say, Taylor blew through town. And then Beyonce came
Hey! She
in.
just came to visit Travis.
I know.
Don't.
No. I'm saying the Eras
It
tour
was a
came through.
joke.
I
It was
know.
a joke.
Yeah. Eras tour came through, sucked up all the whatever money was left over. Beyonce came through about 6 weeks later and got.
Oh wow,
I was like, well, there's
that's
no
all.
money, disposable income left in Kansas City.
Wow. One of my coworkers is a Swiftie, and she's been going out to these shows, and I'm like, and doing the dress up and the whole. I'm like, I still don't get it. I find the music average at
It's
best.
she does some catchy. She's got a knack. There's some songs that are kind of catchy, and I don't know. We're also
We're
not, pre-pubescent, post-pubescent. We're not Hunter, is what I'm trying to say.
I'm going to reach out to him again and see if he'll come on and explain it to us because I really need to understand.
The appeal of the Swift.
I don't get it. I mean,
I will say this though, is after she vacuumed up all the money in town,
mhm,
I was reading about the movie deal that she cut for the concert film.
right?
So her production company filmed the whole movie, right? They did it, their dime.
Wow.
So they paid to have it all filmed. So they're not in hock to a studio. They then bypassed the distributors and went straight to like AMC and said, put our movie in your theaters. We'll do a 45-55 split or whatever. And the movie theaters are like, we could run Taylor during the week and then the blockbusters on weekends. Done. And so all that money shit that's coming in, all that box office, she's getting half of it. Going straight to her, not shared with anybody. There's no, middleman distributing
I
company
hadn't seen that.
Oh yeah.
Wow. It's The Last Temptation. No, was it what's the Mel Gibson with the Jesus movie?
Yes, exactly.
What was that one? The Passion of the Christ.
Passion of the Christ.
Because Mel Gibson doesn't ever have to do anything again because he made all the money on that.
Absolutely.
It's a good thing too. Before he went sugar
Because
tits.
that was he went make your money, then go anti-Semitic. Not before, after.
Exactly. That's the business model.
The business model. Make your money, then go hard right into misogyny, racism, the whole nine.
Whatever you've been
Whatever
hiding.
floats your boat. Hate
Whatever you've been-
whoever you want.
'Cause
Speak as badly about them as you want. It's okay, man. You're rich.
You're set.
You're set. You're covered. You've made bank. Go ahead. Piss them all off.
I finished watching season 3 of Warrior this week. I think I talked about that show on here before. It's the HBO Max show that's based on the script that Bruce Lee wrote that was allegedly co-opted to become Kung Fu, right?
Mhm.
I love shows that don't know if they're going to get picked up season to season because they got nothing to lose, right? And this one, I think they don't ever know if they're going to get another season, and so they essentially they spent 3 seasons building this narrative, and in the span of like 45 minutes in that last episode, just destroyed it all. So I don't know what the fuck, if they get a season 4. I don't know what they're going to do. They may actually turn into Kung Fu. He may be wandering the West now. I don't know. That's all I've got so far because they like destroyed the tongs. The Chinatown fixer guy got shivved on a train station.
Captain Watanabe got him. I get it.
It was actually the Asian guy from 21 Jump Street, but okay, who had the Hakushi face tattoos. But
From the Greco Dep 21.
Yes.
Okay.
The Asian guy from that. Anyway, but like they just just like leveled everything. They like just I'm like, okay, I don't know where this goes now, but sure as I want to find out. So please give them another season. If you're listening, Max, hashtag more warrior.
No, yeah. As long as they don't pull the Netflix. Got all this world building and we're done. We got to make room on the schedule for Squid Games too, which now that we kind of know what the Squid Games are about, which I know everybody kind of loved it, but I watched it. I was like, oh, the old man's the bad guy.
I never watched it, so
Just keep your eye on old man Watanabe.
it's words to live by.
Yeah. Beware.
It's
Captain
something we should have learned in 16 Candles. If Watanabe's there, trouble follows.
That's right.
No more Yanga Wenga. The donkey need food.
I mean, you know, some of those movies you look back on, you're just like, wow, it was just so.
Yeah, it was just so. But I mean, and I've tried to have this conversation with my boys, and Jack is less offended by everything than Connor is. Connor's gets a little upright about some things. I'm like, you can't compare
The
that.
eras.
You can't place that era, something created in that era, within the constraints of this era. You can't do it. It was created in a different time with different mores. I'm not going to say whether they were right or they were wrong because that's not for me to decide.
Yeah,
It was what it was at the time.
absolutely.
Do I find Mickey Rourke, not Mickey Rourke, Mickey Rooney in Breakfast at Tiffany's offensive? Yes. But
I've never seen that.
he does
Does he do
the
blackface?
worst yellow face, the
Oh,
worst.
nice.
He's got the giant like fake teeth, and he's got him yellowed up, and he's doing the horrible accent. And it's, I mean, even at that time, it wasn't offensive to anybody then, but good lord, it does. I mean, that's the worst.
When you look back, and
That's
it's
the
like, wow, that
yeah.
didn't age well at all.
Now, I will say, I want to circle back to Warrior because now that we're talking about that, one of the interesting things they did, and I didn't catch it until like halfway through the season, what they do is when the Asian characters, the Chinese characters are talking to each other,
Mhm.
they talk in full, you know, it's in English, but they're like full sentences, you know, full conversations. Then when the Chinese characters are talking to the white characters, they speak in the broken pidgin English you would expect from a Western like that.
Okay.
And then when they're talking to another Chinese person about a white person, it's subtitled. It's Cantonese with subtitles. It's really smart. It's like, okay, and it's subtle that you don't. I mean, if it took me a while for my brain to go, wait a minute. Then they're talking. It's different than when they're talking. Oh, I see what they're doing. That's very
Nice. Oh,
very smart. Very smart.
yeah, because we were Kristen when we were looking up Spooky Kabuki. Kristen landed on Boris Karloff in Charlie Chan,
Oh.
and I was like, wasn't he Charlie Chan? I mean,
Mhm.
didn't they just like tape his eyelids back and then, oh, Musa, so number one son.
Number one son. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Well, there was a cartoon. There was there was a Charlie Chan cartoon when we were kids.
There was.
Okay. Yes. Hold on.
Oh shit.
I watched a lot of cartoons.
So did I. But
You were traveling the world. I didn't leave my house.
so I'm gonna like go. Oh, I saw this only in Malay or whatever the
The Amazing Chan and the Chan
Chan
Clan.
Clan. Jesus Christ.
Who were the voices? Oh, I gotta see.
White people are
Key
the
Luke. Oh,
worst. That's a Hanna-Barbera.
Key Luke. Okay, well at least they had a. He was the voice of Charlie Chan. Okay.
Oh, good.
All right. All right. Well, at least they did that.
Is today
Jodie
the
Foster.
only
Jodie
actor.
Foster was one. Jodie Foster was a voice. What?
I like Key Luke is the only actor of Chinese ancestry to play the part in any screen adaptation.
Jesus Christ.
Good Lord.
And the guy who was Quincy's lab assistant was the voice of number one son.
Oh, Robert Ito.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they had like a okay, they had like a car. It was like a speed, like you know how Speed Racer had the steering wheel with all the buttons that did things.
Yeah, yeah.
They had a car and they would push it and it would turn into other cars. It was like a pre pre-Transformers thing. I think, or that was maybe something else. No, here it goes. The family travels around the world in the Chan van, a vehicle built by
Man, holy shit.
by teenage genius Alan Chan, which can transform itself with the push of a buttons. Push of buttons, yes. Oh my god. Wow.
And again, it's the times, and you kind of have to.
Some like aging Hollywood guy went, the kids will love it if we do a Charlie Chan cartoon.
Well, yeah, How do we connect with the kids? I don't know. A fat Chinese detective. Oh, gold. They love Cannon. They'll love Chan.
They love Bruce Lee. They love
Bruce Lee.
Cannon. We'll mix them.
Chan. They like all them karate chop suey movies. So give them a show about a Chinese detective. There's no karate in the show. No, take that back. We'll do the karate, but he'll be voiced by a black man and it's a dog.
It's gold, baby. Gold, I tell you.
Oh, God, the ideas are coming out of us today.
We'll be printing you in, baby.
Rolling in those big fat whatevers. Not Benjamins, but anyway. Wow. Actually, this does now make you kind of wonder about what the fuck was going on at Hanna-Barbera. That this got greenlit. This is game over.
Yep. So series 2-1. Yeah. So anyway, all right, I'm done with that.
Okay.
I'm gonna find if I ever get the soundboard hooked up again, I will have the ESPN sounder because now I have to.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, every time we change topics, I'm gonna hit that. Sports Center alert.
No, I'm gonna go look at the crawl and see what the hell happened. Oh no, sorry. Oh my God, the Chan Clan had a band. Wow,
the Chan Clan band.
The Chan Clan band. It just says the Chan Clan on the drums. Oh, goody! Please let this please let this be an image of the bad guy because he's looks like the bad magician psychic with the pointy beard. Like he's not quite Fu Manchu. Maybe he's of Middle Eastern descent.
Okay, hold on.
Really hoping he's the bad guy.
Don Kirshner produced the songs for the show.
What?
And wait, hold on, because everything we do circles around. Here's our circle game. There was a comic book by Gold Key Comics. It only lasted 4 issues, but the first issue was written by Mark Evanier.
Oh my God! Trying to get out from Jack Kirby's thumb.
Exactly.
Cover by Kirby. It's Chan with the hands out to the side and doing the side frog jump. Energy crackling behind him. Number one, sun jumping out the other way. Big old fat Kirby fingers.
How do we get someone to draw the Chan Clan Kirby style now? Because that has to happen.
Oh dear God!
Can we get the rights to that and do a hard?
That sounds like a hell of a lot of photoshopping. It could be done. You just it's got to be. Oh my God! There's the comic book. Yeah, you do like a background, of Chinatown or something, and they ride one of those big dogs, chow dogs. I don't know. Foo dogs, yes.
Oh my God, there was a comic book.
Foo Dog is the Chan Clan's opening act, and he's a rapper.
But oddly, he only raps Dave Grohl songs. Okay, somebody has put an amazing Chan Clan T-shirt on TeePublic. I see it in the images.
Oh dear God!
Oh,
there it is. The amazing Chan. You cannot say that right. Holy shit! The amazing Chan Clan.
Oh my God!
There's
apparently Halloween costumes.
Yeah, you saw the little masks.
Yeah. That's not insensitive at all. Oh my God. Oh my God.
At least it's not like a roll of tape and yellow makeup.
That's the breakfast at Tiffany's set. Um,
Oh God, I was just watching. There's like some Korean guy making fun of white people. He
mhm.
like opens his eyes real big. I think I'll pay with this my credit card.
I've seen that video. Yes.
And you just sit there and go, yeah, yeah, that's pretty much us.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Can't argue with that one.
Nope. 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 Oh my.
And it's only fair that the amazing how does again, it's the times. I get it.
I don't know, but when I go around updating the website, I can guarantee you there's gonna be a picture of the amazing Chan clan as the picture for this episode. Um,
The amazing clan Chan Bang. The amazing Chan Clan Bang. 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 Fuck.
it's a whole different thing you're talking about now.
It's a Chan Clan gangbang. What?
Oh God. So the boys show is on Friday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time.
I can actually listen to this time.
I gave them some hints, some tips, some pro tips. They were a little rough. They were excited.
Yeah. Tell
But
them. 70s Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Make lots of references. That's what people want to hear.
let's know your audience.
Know
Since
your
I'm sure
audience.
that's what all the 20-year-olds
That's all the
are
hip college kids are all talking about.
the Chan clan in their van and their band.
The amazing Chan, the Chan Clan band.
They rides around in the Chan clan van.
And the story is the hot ice cream man,
Oh my God.
which would be great if it's like just like some 6'5", white dude, no shirt, serving ice cream, all sweaty.
Oh yeah.
Looks
Bow,
like little
bow.
Abner,
Bow, bow.
Oh yes, ice cream. We want ice cream.
Sorry. Oh my God, we're gonna get canceled. We're just reporting. We're just reporting historical facts.
You know what? Okay. So Frank and I had this conversation. I go, it. I go. Sometimes it feels like being multicultural aware that you will find yourself going, oh, well, the Chinese did this, and then you're like, well, that sounds more racist than saying derogatory things about that group of people.
You're not wrong. It's yeah, it's hard to thread that needle. It really is.
Oh yeah. Well, I was telling because there's a Vietnamese, there's a Vietnamese market, and it calls itself the Chinatown Food Shop or something like that. But then on the side of the building is clearly Vietnamese, not Chinese language, right?
Right.
And that was the thing. I was like, yeah, it's run by the Vietnamese, and it's like, God, that sounds fucking terrible to say that, you know. And I
But
go, have
it's
you
a
ever been in
fact.
that place? He goes, no, why? I go, well, I will say this. You and I, you feel like Godzilla's stomping through, Tokyo because all the shelves end about here. And a friend of mine, she's like, I'm over here. And I like look and I look over 3 aisles of things and see her. And it's like, yeah, this does not feel right. I'm gonna go outside and be tall over there.
Be tall over there. Speaking of Godzilla, nice. Have you seen that new show they're doing on Apple TV? It's not out yet. But they've done trailers called Monarch.
No, I have not.
They're like digging into like the Monarch organization from the movies, right?
Okay.
And it's going to jump back and forth through time. And current time, the lead is Kurt Russell. When they go back in
Ooh.
time, it's Wyatt.
Oh,
It's
fun.
not.
I
Yeah,
saw that advertised. I saw that clip or snippet that Wyatt
yeah,
was going to play, and I was like, "Oh, that's brilliant."
yeah. It
Uh-huh.
should have happened a long time ago, quite frankly. But yeah, so I thought that was kind of cool. It hasn't come out yet, but I'm gonna watch it when it does.
Wow.
I'll probably be watching that by myself. That's my guess.
Yeah, there's a lot of It's like when I watch like Star Trek, you know, Kristen sits there patiently on the couch, wishing, I guess, that that the basement was done so I could do this in another room. you know, and you just kind of feel that sort of end credits. Here you go. I'm out. Tag you into the TV chair. I'll go sit on the couch now.
I'm yeah, we have I had the conversation, like Laura loves the British period pieces. I just can't stand them. It drives me up a wall.
Yeah, you walk in.
Like,
Is this Bridgerton? No, this is Atherton. It's like, what's the difference? Fuck. Is that
but
Dame Maggie Smith? Yeah. Okay. This is Harry
she's in
Potter.
all
I got it.
ours at Downton Abbey.
It's either Maggie Smith or
Judy Dench.
Judy Dench.
But
Yeah.
but yeah, so we had the conversation one time. I was watching Warrior. She's like, "Why do you like that?" I'm like, "This is the kind of period drama I enjoy." We're just gonna differ. We're just gonna differ on this, okay?
That's right. Yes, my period drama is 500 years into the future, and we've conquered space. So there you go.
It's all about which period you like, right? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I'm sitting here looking. I'm like, the entire upstairs of our house is unused at the moment, right? Because
Yeah.
nobody lives up. Like, and there's 2 recliners behind me.
Okay.
Like, why am I not up here watching my show instead of watching it on my phone?
Absolutely.
And the sound bars down, the really good sound bars downstairs, though. I want to hear the bones cracking.
Snap.
So, hey, I got a question for you.
Uh huh.
See what
Yeah.
I did there? See what I did there?
But I didn't hear the dun 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 dun.
I did. It's different. I don't have
Okay.
the sounder yet. I will.
On your desk. Oh my!
Well, I'll go first because I
You
didn't
go
get to do it
first.
last time because of the technical issues, and I left my thing that was on my desk in the garage in my hurry to go away. It's that time of year again when I treat myself to a little
Haha.
of the Count Chocula. They changed the count though. Look at that.
Oh yeah, they've kind of pseudo modernized them.
And there's apparently a zombie DJ now, female zombie DJ.
Yes, yes. I have seen the female zombie DJ.
So there was still enough left in the box for me to have it on my desk again this week.
All
Although,
right.
truth be told, I may have bought 2 boxes when I bought that. that may be all that's left in the second box. But anyway.
All right then. Well, let's see. As we know, I am temporarily relocated, and I'm in
to the
in a FEMA
undisclosed
shelter.
location.
I'm in a FEMA shelter. Yes.
You're in a trailer?
I'm in a trailer, the upstairs trailer. And I'm actually in a room that has quite a bit of things, but no desk.
Oh, well, okay. What's on your shelf?
I think I've got it in honor of baseball. Hold
okay,
on.
bring it.
So I harbor this semi-irrational dislike of the Chicago White Sox.
It's
And
not
so
irrational.
it's really not irrational if you've ever met any of their fans. Put the whole bunch of them in jail. But
The entire
Funko,
south side of Chicago?
absolutely, just wall it off.
Like
Just
Escape from New York.
exactly escape from the South Side. It's just the White Sox fans, and eventually they'll turn on each other, and then one super White Sox fan will walk out, and we don't want to fuck with that guy. But anyway, so Funko made mascots of
Right.
the major league pops of the major league mascots, and because I do have this irrational dislike of the Chicago White Sox, here is their mascot as I envisioned him. Trying to figure out where the camera.
There it
we
is,
go.
right there.
Yeah, see
So,
his little
is that a-
White Sox, his little prison garb.
Is that a custom paint job?
Actually, what I did it's what I call a handectomy. So what I did is I took the head and hands off of the White Sox pop
Uh-huh.
and put them onto the Monopoly guy in prison body because it had this killer striped suit that immediately screams White Sox fan. So we'll go with that as my what's on your desk.
Well done, sir. Well done. I saw like an infographic today, and it was like success of major league teams over the last, I think it was decade, right?
Mhm.
It went from one World Series all the way down to no postseason appearances. There were two teams with no postseason appearances: the Reds and the White Sox.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oof,
Yep.
yikes.
Yeah, that guy, Kenny, their GM, I don't understand why they kept him for as long as they did. Because he came in, he got Ozzie in, and they went, and I think they won the World Series. I
They
don't
beat the
remember.
Astros.
And then after that, it just like went to shit for almost 2 decades. So, and they finally got rid of him like last season or this season or something like that. He was there forever. So,
Well, all the Astros needed to become a championship caliber team was us to move to Austin. Literally, the year we moved to Austin was the first World Series win, and they've been in the ALCS every year since.
then yes,
So I should be getting some sort of checks.
good luck.
Yeah, I know, right? Just saying.
Uh-huh. It's kind of one of the things. We're an hour and 20 minutes in, so obviously
Yeah.
we can't. So we'll do it next time.
Okay.
The City Connect jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the ones I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
Talking about like which ones are decent and which ones kind of like suck balls.
Okay.
Because I think I don't like the Space City jersey, but I do like the H and the star with the little thing going around it. The
Okay.
side
Well, let's
thing.
do that next time. We'll make a
And
list. Your
the
top.
Texas Rangers is just fucking trash.
Well, and the one in San Diego is awful too.
Oh yeah. It's
All right.
bad.
We'll stop there.
Mhm.
Your 5 favorites and the 5 you hate the most.
Okay, cool. I can do that.
That'll be next time. That'll be what we can promote next time.
Then we're going to talk about our favorite City Connect jerseys.
Yes.
Forms.
Yes.
And
all right.
The cash grab that is Nike's wardrobe department.
See also Oregon
Ducks.
Yeah. How many shades of green can we wear at once?
And the shame of it is, like, I think with Oregon, you're playing with a duck and a green and a gold. That's it. So you those are your parameters. When you start going to all these different teams, the wheels fall off the cart. This is what I'm going to go with. So, yeah, let's wrap it up.
All right.
We go another hour and 20 minutes and nobody will tune in and they'll miss all the good stuff and be like, they'll tune out after Amazing Chan and his band.
In the van.
Oh, but
all right.
these guys are racist.
Well, on that note, that's the end of episode 66 of Slurp Toast, a podcast, 2/3 of the beast. And we'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Hopefully we'll have this under control.
There we go. Bye.